Even though the ball's right here, I'm literally swinging to a golf ball right there. I'm literally swinging to a ball 8 inches past this ball. You're releasing at your right leg as opposed to releasing at your left leg, okay? The elbow goes in and it lags my forearm, which then lags my wrist, which then lags the golf club, which then pushes my handle forward. There it is. There, dude, oh my gosh. Look how perfect that setup is right there. Yeah, well now you have to maintain spine angle in order to hit the shot. Yeah, so here's what it comes down to. You know, it's just in transition now, going to get that new ball. And you know, the drill for you that would help a lot would be the same drill that I'd give Darren as well. You know, here's the thing. This is where I would normally play the 8-iron. Kev, go around the front here, bud. Great drill right here. Great drill for compression. Let's say this is where I would normally play my 8-iron. I have the ball up here. Let's take some divots past the golf ball. Okay, look where I had to finish here, right? I mean, I had to hold on to that angle much longer, release it later, and cover it, the thing that both of you guys need. So I set up with the ball, 8 inches ahead of where it actually needed to be. So it's like if you were here, hop on in there. Let's say that this was the ball you need to set up with. You're going to set up to my club. Perfect. Awesome. Yep, there's everything perfect there. And that's the ball I want you hitting. Let's feel what you have to feel in transition here. And see, the reason why you'll hit it left is the early release, right? The reason why you wouldn't have got to the ball in the first one was not covering it and not driving the handle. That's just kind of wanting to get out of it and flip the golf club. So the reason why mine went straight and still had that little 1-yard fade on it was think about how much longer I held that handle. And that's that angle being pulled through with that left hand as opposed to that right throwing it, okay? And that's when if you process that, all I'm trying to tell you is, listen, this is an extreme drill, but hey, if you can do it, you won't miss it left, and you'll be super engaged in the transition of your swing. All I'm trying to get you to understand is the old you went back like this in transition. The new you wants to be, boom, like you're just like sitting here, just like, I'm going to get right on top of that thing right here. You're releasing at your right leg as opposed to releasing at your left leg, okay? Let's do one normal now. Do one normal, because even though it's a drill, it's extreme. Let's swing the handle of the golf club. That's why we do the drill, though, because that's why we do the drill. I just want you to understand that I know that's so extreme with the drill, but it just happens to be your first move to react to that ball that's way the heck up there is, like, think about what would like some instructors do, and it would just make me cringe. They would move the ball back on you. Oh, let's meet his problem. I'm like, hell no. I'm going further forward. I'm going to have you feel the opposite, right? So what that did when I was younger and I was backing up out of it and standing up, well, guess what? My coach threw that ball right on up there. And guess what? Boom, later release. So the cool thing was, though the drill could have been viewed at as, we didn't quite hit it perfect. We hit it dead left. We had a little early release. That doesn't mean that even though you release it there, it doesn't mean that at the point of where impact would have normally been, that wouldn't have been great. And what just happened was you just proved to yourself with how straight that ball flight was and a little more compressed than the other shots. Obviously, a few percentage points of what you were working on carried over right into that last swing. I would do that drill a bunch when I was younger. And then all I would feel is this. Even though the ball's right here, I'm literally swinging to a golf ball right there, okay? And the beauty of that is, this thing just launches off the face. I'm literally swinging to a ball 8 inches past this ball. Okay, and you can just hear the sound, right? It gets off the face in a hurry and jumps. Yes. It's the same feeling I gave Darren over there, which was, hey, I don't mind if the right side of your body attacks the ball. It needs to. This needs to be moving in front of it. And that's where in transition, yes, like you're skipping the rock, driving that right elbow, because not early releasing, you guys, it starts from here. Watch what happens. If I skip a rock, ready for this? You're talking about the release. You had some questions about this, okay? This is. Let me just give it to you literal, and then I'll come over and we'll work on what you maybe need to feel in order to create this. The skipping the rock analogy is perfect. Watch what happens with my elbow, then watch how that affects my forearm, and then watch how that affects my wrist. when I skip a rock, the elbow goes in and it lags my forearm, which then lags my wrist, which then lags the golf club, which then pushes my handle forward. Okay, so for you guys who are working on trying to see more of that, this is what pushes the handle forward. If this elbow stays on my side at all, this is what it looks like every time. Okay? Oh man, that's just so much better right there. Distance from the golf ball, guys, can be answered very easily, okay? Now here's how we do this. I take my grip and I take my left hand off and I put my right hand, left hand for you, Chris, with trail hand on the grip first, right where it needs to normally be. Here's the key. I don't put my elbow on my side. I put my elbow to the front of my body, much like where Hogan always talked about with the elbows pulled together, okay? We bring that elbow in front of us right here. Here's the key. Ready for this? We now lift up that trail heel, roll right on over the balls of your feet and let that club fall to the ground. Guess what? You're going to have the proper distance from the golf ball. And what's fun about that is you're going to hit a couple of our setup checkpoints right away. Watch this, guys. Right here, when it hits the ground, we now have our hips over our ankles, we have our shoulders past the toes, and we have our right arm preset in the right position. Say the ball's right here. The person who's too close needs to create space through impact to hit the ball so they stand up. Hands get higher and the club pulls to them closer. Show the camera that, ready? And they end up hitting the toe more. The person who's too far has to really throw the hands out and extend the arms to get to the golf ball. And when you extend, you release the club early, and when you release the club early, the club releases out, ends up catching the heel of the golf club, okay? So really important distance from the golf ball. Yeah, of course, it plays a factor on whether you hit the center of the face, but let me tell you, a lot of times the opposite reason than what you think. So get that arm in front, hold the grip in the right spot, get it out in front of you, put the heel up, ready? See how I have almost like a little angle here? I'm not like this, I'm here, okay? I have the angle, and all I do is roll over, let that club hit the ground, and there I am in the right position right there. And that right there will help you guys hit those checkpoints from the down the line view and get the right distance, okay? So right where you would hold it, I wanna see everybody do that real quick. Just makes a big difference if you guys can do it. Let's see it, yep. Right here, elbow in front, not on the side, in front, right arm. Awesome. Get it off the side, over in front of the body. So once again, right hand in the right spot, plug it into the front of the body, closer to the sternum over here. It's gonna be actually right underneath your pec, not on the side of the pec, and just tilt right down, and you'll see that the club will give you the right distance from the golf ball. There we go, see everybody's got the right spot there.
At Forzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.